Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm actually going to rehash an old topic that I've spoken on before, which is like a dog eat dog scenario. I love old terminologies and old phrases because a lot of the time those type of things do reign true even in your personal life. And I think one thing that we must also start to understand is that as human beings, we all have feelings, right? There are some people who are more prideful, more humbled, and there's a variety of different, feelings that people are going to have in this world. But at the end of the day, no matter how big you are, no matter what you can or can't do, it's still important to acknowledge other human beings and how important they may be, or even if they're not important in your life, just treating them as, they're supposed to be treated as humans, as you would like to be treated, right? So this is a dog eat dog world. What do I mean by that? If it was you versus me, I'm going to choose me every time. That doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like you. That doesn't necessarily mean that I don't want you to succeed or win. That doesn't necessarily mean that you as an individual are bad, right? It simply means that people will find an excuse to choose themselves. But at the end of the day, you're going to choose yourself. Just go ahead and choose yourself. Don't blame it being on your family. Don't blame it being on who else you want to support in life. Just, it's you versus me. You choose yourself. That's perfectly fine and okay. I've had conversations with my uncle. He says he loves me to death. But if he had to choose between me and his daughter, who is 2-3 years old, he would choose his daughter. And I wouldn't expect you to choose me over your daughter, right? If it came to that situation, as a family member, I would choose the daughter too because she has a longer life to live, and I'm pretty sure she's having fun being 3 right now. But again, that's a limited situation. Obviously, not everybody would choose someone else over themselves, but that's just a small sample size. I'm just giving you that as an example. So what do I mean? Even dogs have those that they rely upon, those they even hunt in packs, they move in groups. As a society, we function better communicating and just, collaborating with one another. And so within the society, although it's competitive, I'm competitive. I'm always looking to achieve more. I'm always looking to do more as an individual. But I also understand that people are doing their jobs. And maybe a lot of the times we don't communicate effectively as competitors. And because of that, that can lead to resentment, that can lead to anger, that can lead to things that you didn't even expect to happen down the line, to where people are upset or even mad at you. Now, whether this affects you in any way is at least for me, is of no consequence, right? Because I can't speak for you in your own personal lives, but just for a lot of the people who watch my channel, being between 18 and 55 years of age, I actually have a lot of older people who are watching my Road to Millionaire, 65 and older. So thank you all for tuning in. But for those of you who are still in the workforce or looking to collaborate on a business idea with anyone, try not to hold grudges. And the reason why I say that is because it can be a hindrance on someone else's career. Now, if they have certain things that they absolutely do need to work on, if they are, holding other people back in certain ways for whatever the reason may be, then those are valid concerns to address. And communicating that with them would be helpful. But a lot of the times we see that there is a lapse in communication. There is a feeling of neglect. And any dog that feels neglected either barks, bites, or goes off on their own. And I think it's human nature to do that as well. Now, in my own personal life, just speaking from as an example, I've walked away from situations where communications could have definitely been better. I can list an example of Amazon being a place where, I had a new manager. The manager rotation was just going in and out constantly. And, one manager had to go to the day shift. The other manager was ex-military, couldn't stand for as long as he had to stand. And then the third manager I wasn't getting along with. And he was already at Amazon prior. So he just ended up taking over as my manager. And I was just like, ooh, this is not going to work. And there was no communication that needed to be had. I said a few things to him prior to him becoming my manager. And now that he was my manager, that was a wake-up call for me, especially early in my career. I had nothing, just moved to Ohio. And so that could, affect you in more ways than one, not even understanding your own situation at the time. Thankfully, now I'm in a situation to where I could never be displaced, and I wasn't displaced at Amazon either. Like, they treated me well at Amazon, and I'm forever grateful for Amazon for the opportunity, because that's what brought me to Columbus. But just because, like I said, now I'm in a position to where whether job or not, I'm okay. But again, still treating people, communicating better, and having a better understanding, so that it's never to that level, to where, okay, I'm your manager now. Okay, good. Now I can do X, Y, and Z, or I can punish you by doing X, Y, and Z. And it's not communicated. Hey, why don't you dislike me, or why do you dislike me? In that situation, I knew exactly why. So there was no reason to rehash that. But that was also fresh out of college and into your career. Not making any excuses, but just giving some context to it, on why, certain decisions or certain things were said, not necessarily decisions were made. So in a dog-eat-dog world, I do want you all to focus on being competitive, but understanding that within the roles that you're assigned, doing those to the best of your ability will then lead to you being able to excel, understand more, experience more, and then share those experiences into more leadership style roles, and do more with that time. So in my life, I just have a few principles in which I don't necessarily hold any grudges. I lead by example. That's my leadership trait. I'm a team builder and developer. And so when I look at others that I want to coach or that I want to lead, I'm looking to be a team builder and a developer within those areas. And so in order to do that, you need to be coachable yourself. You need to be someone who takes in advice and applies it as well. Now, not everybody wants to be a manager. Not everybody wants to, per se, do this or is even in the same field as what I'm in. But what I will say is, regardless of the role, make sure that you're doing everything with a clear head. And what I mean by that is make sure that you have someone that you can speak to in order to understand that okay, yes, I'm going to make this move. I'm going to make this decision. I'm going to look for this job. I'm going to do this promotion. But make sure you're doing it within the context of, okay, this is exactly what I want to do. This is exactly where I need to go. And, you push for that. You go for that. As long as you're doing that and you're living life without any regrets, that is A-okay. And I wish you the best in all of your endeavors. This is a dog eat dog world. Stay competitive. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.